A scream tears through the dark, sharp as shattered glass. Riley's fingers tighten on the controller, her eyes locked on the screen where The Last of Us begins its brutal dance. I sit beside her, my heart pounding as the game throws us into chaos. Riley's playing on Survivor difficulty, a merciless setting I pushed her to try. She's tackled this game before, but tonight feels different. Her breath catches as the screen fades into Marcus, a rugged single dad, sharing a quiet moment with his daughter Clara. They're celebrating her birthday late at night, a scene so tender it stings. I glance at Riley. Her face is a mix of focus and dread, like she knows what's coming. My chest tightens. I want to shield her from the pain I know this game will bring, but I stay silent, letting her dive in. Riley guides Clara, waking to a frantic call from Owen, Marcus's brother. The house feels alive with shadows as she searches for Marcus. I feel her tension, her fingers hesitating on the sticks. She's not just playing. She's living it. A news report crackles in the background. Crazed attacks. Bodies in the streets. My stomach twists as Riley's eyes widen. She's remembering how this story gutted her last time. I want to reach out, to tell her she's stronger than she thinks, but the game doesn't wait. Marcus bursts in, his face pale, grabbing a gun from a drawer. Riley's hands move fast now, guiding Clara to follow him. They sprint outside, the world unraveling. Sirens wail in the distance. Neighbors scream, their silhouettes fleeing past burning houses. I lean closer, my breath sinking with Riley's. She's in the zone, but I see her jaw clench. This isn't just a game to her. It's a test. A small climax hits as they pile into Owen's truck. Riley's controlling Clara, staring out the back window as chaos swallows the town. Infected lunge at cars. Flames lick the sky. I feel a chill, like I'm trapped in that truck too. Riley mutters under her breath, her voice shaky. She's feeling Clara's fear, her confusion. I want to tell her to breathe, but I don't. She needs to face this herself. The highway's blocked. Owen swerves into town, and Riley's grip tightens. A crash throws them from the truck. My heart lurches. Now she's Marcus, carrying an injured Clara through alleys. The camera shakes, mimicking his panic. Riley's silent, her focus razor sharp. I see sweat bead on her forehead. Every sound, every shadow, feels like a threat. My own hands itch to grab the controller, to help her, but this is her fight. A soldier steps out, rifle raised. Riley freezes. Marcus pleads, his voice raw. Clara's hurt, not infected. The soldier hesitates, then fires. Clara falls. Riley gasps, her hands jerking back. The screen lingers on Clara's broken bracelet, glinting in the dirt. My throat tightens. I see Riley's eyes glisten, but she doesn't look away. I reach for her hand, feeling her tremble. That moment always hits hard, but seeing it through Riley's eyes makes it worse. She's not just playing Marcus. She's carrying his grief, his rage. I think about how she doubts herself, how she thinks she's not good enough for this challenge. But watching her push through, I know she's wrong. She's tougher than this game, tougher than she believes. My heart aches to tell her, but words feel too small. Instead, I squeeze her hand, letting her know I'm here. This opening is only the start, and I can already feel the weight of what's ahead. Riley's journey through this broken world will test her in ways I can't predict. I look at her, her face lit by the screen's cold glow, and I see a spark of defiance. She's scared, but she's not backing down. That's my Riley. Before we dive deeper into this heart-pounding story, let me know where you're tuning in from. If this tale's got you hooked, hit that subscribe button to support us. It means the world. The screen fades to black, and I feel Riley brace herself. Marcus's story is just beginning, and so is hers. I settle in, ready to watch her face the darkness, knowing she's got more strength than she realizes. The screen pulses with a dull gray haze, and Riley's hands steady on the controller. I feel the air shift in the room, heavy with the echo of Clara's death. 20 years have passed in the game, and Marcus is no longer the father I saw crumble. He's a ghost of that man, carved into something harder, colder. I watched Riley guide him through the cracked streets of Boston's quarantine zone, her fingers moving with a cautious rhythm. My heart still aches from the last scene, but I push it down, focusing on her. She's not ready to talk about it yet, and neither am I. Riley's eyes narrow as Marcus moves through a checkpoint, soldiers barking orders in the distance. She's playing on survivor difficulty, where every mistake costs dearly. I see her hesitate, her thumb hovering over the crouch button. The game throws her into Marcus's new life as a smuggler, partnered with Nora, a woman with sharp eyes and sharper instincts. They're hunting Victor, a lowlife who stole their stash of weapons. I lean forward, my pulse quickening. Riley's not just navigating a city. She's stepping into a world where trust is a currency nobody can afford. The streets give way to a crumbling tunnel, its walls slick with mold. Riley makes Marcus slip through a gap, his boots crunching on broken glass. I catch the faint tremor in her hands. Spores drift in the air, a silent killer, and she fumbles to equip Marcus's gas mask. My stomach twists as the screen darkens, the mask's hiss filling the silence. I want to tell her to slow down, to breathe, but she's already moving, her focus razor-edged. She's fighting something deeper than the game, something I can't name yet. A shadow moves ahead, one of Victor's men. Riley tries to sneak past, guiding Marcus behind a rusted crate. I hold my breath, feeling the tension coil in my chest. She's so close, but her timing's off. The guard turns, spotting Marcus. Riley gasps, jerking the controller as a fist connects with Marcus's jaw. The screen flashes red. She scrambles to fight back, but Marcus takes another hit. My hands clench. I see the doubt flicker in her eyes, the same doubt that creeps in when she thinks she's not enough. I touch her shoulder, my voice low. She can do this. She nods, barely, and restarts the checkpoint. This time, Riley's smarter. She waits, watches the guard's path, and slips Marcus behind him. Her fingers dance across the buttons, and Marcus grabs the man, silencing him with a chokehold. I see a spark in her eyes, a fleeting triumph. But it's short-lived. The tunnel opens into a wider chamber, and 3 more of Victor's crew patrol the shadows. Riley's breath hitches. She's low on ammo, just 2 bullets in Marcus's pistol. I feel her panic, like a current running through the room. She tries to sneak past, but a bottle clatters under Marcus's boot. The guards spin, weapons raised. Here's the climax, small but razor-sharp. Riley makes Marcus dive behind a pillar as gunfire erupts. Sparks fly, concrete dust stinging the air. My heart slams against my ribs. She's cornered, outgunned. Nora's voice crackles through the game, urging Marcus to move. Riley's fingers slip, and Marcus takes a graze to the arm. She bites her lip, hard enough to draw blood. I want to grab the controller, to shield her from this, but I stay still. She's got to face it. Then, something shifts. Riley's eyes harden. She makes Marcus sprint to a rusted ladder, climbing to a ledge above the guards. My breath catches as she drops silently behind one, snapping his neck. Nora takes out another. The 3rd guard hesitates, and Riley uses her last bullet. He falls. Silence crashes in. I exhale, realizing I'd been holding my breath. Riley's chest rises and falls, her face a mix of relief and disbelief. She did it. I see the weight of that moment settle on her, not just the victory, but what it cost. She's learning this world's rules, the same way Marcus has. I think about how she always downplays her strength, how she thinks she'll crack under pressure. But here, in this flicker of triumph, I see the truth. She's tougher than she knows, maybe tougher than me. My mind drifts to Marcus and Nora, their partnership forged in this brutal world. Nora's steady aim saved them just now, but there's a hardness in her I don't trust yet. Marcus feels it too, I can tell. The game's hiding something, a secret coiled in the shadows of this city. I look at Riley, her face lit by the screen's sickly glow. She's not just playing. She's searching for something, maybe the same thing I am. This fight's only the beginning, and I can feel the game tightening its grip. Riley's hands steady, ready for what's next. I settle back, my heart still racing, knowing she's stepping into a deeper darkness. Victor's out there, and so is the truth about this broken world. I believe in her, even if she doesn't yet. Riley's fingers hover over the controller, her breath shallow after the tunnel fight. I feel the room pulse with her energy, a mix of relief and dread. The screen shifts, showing Marcus and Nora stepping into a rain-soaked alley, the Boston quarantine zone looming like a cage. I watch Riley's face, her eyes sharp but uncertain. She's won a battle, but I know she's bracing for the war this game will unleash. My heart thumps, caught between pride and worry. She's pushing through, but at what cost? The game moves fast. Marcus and Nora track Victor to a derelict warehouse, its windows jagged like broken teeth. Riley guides Marcus inside, his footsteps echoing on warped floorboards. I catch the faint tremble in her hands. Survivor difficulty strips away comforts, no radar to spot enemies, no extra bullets to spare. She's learning to trust her instincts, but I see the doubt gnawing at her. Nora signals Marcus to move, her voice low, urgent. They find Victor, cowering behind crates, but he's not alone. A woman steps from the shadows, Lena, leader of the Fireflies. My pulse quickens. Riley leans closer, her lips parting slightly. Lena's deal is simple. Deliver a package, get their weapons back. The package is Chloe, a wiry 14-year-old with a scowl that hides something deeper. Riley's face softens as Chloe snaps at Marcus, her defiance sparking a grin. I feel a flicker of warmth. Riley sees herself in Chloe, that stubborn streak she buries under self-doubt. But the moment passes. Lena leads them to a safe house, a crumbling tenement buzzing with distant gunfire. Riley makes Marcus crouch, dodging soldiers patrolling the streets. My stomach knots as she navigates a maze of barbed wire and debris. Every step feels like a trap. I want to guide her, to ease the weight, but she's got to carve her own path. Her fingers move with purpose now, less hesitation. She's adapting, even if she doesn't see it. The safe house is a brief reprieve, but tension crackles. Chloe's restless, kicking at a chair while Marcus and Nora barter with Lena. Riley's eyes dart across the screen, sensing a shift. Then it happens. A soldier's boot smashes through the door. My heart leaps. Riley reacts, making Marcus dive for cover as bullets tear into the walls. Splinters fly, the air thick with dust. She's got no ammo, just a brick in Marcus's hand. I feel her panic, her breath hitching. Soldiers swarm, their radios spitting static. Riley tries to sneak Marcus past, but Chloe bolts, drawing their fire. My hands clench. Riley hisses under her breath, steering Marcus to shield the girl. Nora takes down one soldier, but another grabs Chloe. Here's the climax, a knife's edge of chaos. Riley makes Marcus charge, smashing the brick into the soldier's skull. Chloe breaks free, but a second soldier fires, grazing Marcus's side. The screen pulses red. Riley's eyes widen, her fingers slipping. I see her fear, raw and unfiltered, like she's the one bleeding. My chest tightens. I touch her arm, feeling her tremble. She resets, her jaw set. This time, she's surgical. Marcus grabs the soldier's rifle, firing a single shot. Nora handles the rest. They escape through a shattered window, rain stinging their faces. Riley exhales, her shoulders slumping, but her eyes stay locked on Chloe. Something's off. I feel it too. In a quiet moment, Chloe reveals her secret. She pulls up her sleeve, showing a bite mark, old and unhealed. My breath catches. Riley freezes, her controller slipping slightly. Chloe's voice is steady. She's immune. The words hang heavy, like a storm about to break. I look at Riley, her face a tangle of awe and disbelief. Marcus doubts it, his scowl deepening, but Nora's eyes sharpen, calculating. I feel the game's mystery coil tighter. Why Chloe? What makes her different? Riley's hand tightens, ready to move, but I sense her mind racing, piecing it together. She's not just playing now. She's chasing answers like I am. The group slips into a flooded subway tunnel, soldiers closing in. Riley's forced to think fast, no listen mode to guide her. She makes Marcus wade through chest-deep water, his flashlight cutting through the murk. My pulse races as shadows flicker on the walls. Riley's cautious, but a soldier spots them, shouting in alert. She panics, making Marcus sprint, water slowing his steps. I feel her frustration, her fear of failing Chloe. My heart pounds, urging her on. She finds a ladder, pulling Marcus and Chloe to safety just as gunfire echoes below. Nora lags behind, her face unreadable. I wonder what she's hiding. Riley's victory is fleeting. She wipes sweat from her brow, her eyes distant. I see the toll this is taking, the way she blames herself for every close call. But I also see her grow, each hurdle forging something stronger. I think about how she questions her worth, how she thinks she'll buckle. She's wrong. She's carrying Marcus, Chloe, and me through this nightmare. My throat tightens with pride, but I stay quiet, letting her feel the weight of her strength. This secret changes everything. Chloe's not just cargo. She's a spark in a world gone dark, and Riley's the one guiding her. I settle back, my mind buzzing. The soldiers won't stop, and neither will the game's truths, waiting to unravel. Riley's hands steady, her resolve hardening. I believe in her, more than ever, as she steps into the unknown. Riley's hands tremble slightly as the screen fades from the subway's murk. I feel the weight of Chloe's secret settle over us, heavy as the damp air in the room. Marcus, Nora, and Chloe emerge into a shattered office building, its skeletal frame creaking under Boston's gray sky. I watch Riley's face, her eyes flickering with resolve but shadowed by doubt. The game's survivor difficulty is a relentless beast, and I sense her bracing for its next blow. My heart aches, caught between awe at her grit and fear of what this world will demand. Riley guides Marcus through the building's maze of overturned desks and peeling wallpaper. Glass crunches under his boots, each sound a risk. I catch her breath hitching as she spots a dead clicker slumped against a wall, its fungal growths pulsing faintly. My stomach twists. Clickers are blind but hear every mistake, and on this difficulty, one wrong move means death. Riley makes Marcus crouch, moving slowly. Nora scouts ahead, her silhouette tense, while Chloe sticks close, her bravado masking fear. I see Riley's fingers tighten. She's not just protecting Marcus. She's carrying them all. The group reaches a narrow hallway, its ceiling sagging dangerously. Riley hesitates, sensing a trap. My pulse quickens as she makes Marcus step forward, only to freeze when a low growl echoes. A live clicker shuffles into view, its head twitching, jagged mouth gaping. I feel the room shrink, Riley's breath sinking with mine. She tries to sneak past, guiding Marcus behind a cabinet, but Chloe stumbles, kicking a can. The clicker screeches, lunging. Riley jerks the controller, making Marcus fire his only bullet. It grazes the creature, useless. My heart slams against my ribs. She scrambles Marcus back, Nora shoving Chloe to safety. The clicker retreats, but I know it's not over. Riley's eyes glisten with panic, and I want to hold her, to tell her she's enough, but the game doesn't pause. A new danger looms. Riley finds a freight elevator, its rusted doors barely open. She makes the group pile in, hoping for escape, but the power's dead. My gut clenches as she searches for a lever, her fingers frantic. The elevator lurches, then jams, trapping them in a metal coffin. Clickers screech outside, drawn by the noise. This is the climax, a heart-stopping vice. Riley's face pales, her hands shaking as she makes Marcus pry at the doors. Wood splinters nearby, clickers clawing closer. I feel her terror, raw and choking, like it's my own. My hand hovers over hers, but I pull back. She needs to do this. A clicker's arm smashes through a gap, inches from Chloe. Riley yelps, making Marcus swing a pipe, breaking its grip. She finds a loose panel, ripping it free to reveal a gear. Her fingers slip, slick with sweat, but she turns it. The elevator groans, rising just as clickers flood the shaft below. My chest burns, relief warring with dread. They spill onto a higher floor, but the cost is clear. Nora clutches her arm, blood seeping through her sleeve. A clicker's bite, fresh and deadly. My breath catches. Riley freezes, her eyes locked on Nora's face, now pale but calm. Nora's voice is steady. She's infected, and she knows it. She tells Marcus to take Chloe and go, her gaze fierce. Riley's lip quivers, her fingers hovering over the buttons. I see her fight the urge to restart, to undo this. Nora shoves a pistol into Marcus's hand and turns back, ready to hold off the soldiers closing in. The screen lingers on her silhouette as gunfire erupts. Riley guides Marcus and Chloe away, her hands shaking violently. My throat tightens. I reach for her, feeling her pulse race under my touch. The group stumbles into a stairwell, clicker screeches fading behind. Riley's quiet, her focus razor-sharp but fragile. I see the toll in her eyes, the way she blames herself for Nora's fate. My mind churns. Nora's sacrifice wasn't just about survival. It was about Chloe, about what she means to this broken world. I wonder what Marcus feels, losing another piece of his life. Riley makes him check Chloe's arm, the bite mark still unhealed, a silent promise or a curse. I feel the game's mystery tighten, its secrets buried in Chloe's defiance, in Marcus's silence. Riley pushes forward, guiding them through a collapsed atrium, vines choking the walls. She finds a workbench, upgrading Marcus's pistol with shaky hands. My heart swells, not for the game, but for her. She's breaking, but she's still fighting. I think about how she doubts her strength, how she thinks this difficulty is too much. She's wrong. Every step she takes proves it, even if she can't see it. I want to tell her, but words feel hollow. Instead, I watch her, my belief in her stronger than ever. The building opens to a rooftop, the city sprawling below, cruel and endless. Riley pauses, letting Marcus and Chloe catch their breath. I feel her exhaustion, her fear of what's next. Soldiers' radios crackle in the distance, a reminder of the hunt. Chloe's immunity is a beacon, and I sense Riley feels its weight too. She's not just playing. She's guarding something fragile, something that could change everything. My mind races, piecing together the shadows of this story. What's waiting for them? I look at Riley, her face etched with determination. She's ready, even if she doesn't know it. Riley's hands ease on the controller, her breath steadying as the screen softens into dawn's pale glow. I feel the room exhale after Nora's loss, the weight of it lingering like smoke. Marcus and Chloe slip from the city's grip, stepping into a forest where moss clings to broken stone. I watch Riley's face, her eyes tired but alive with something new. My heart swells, torn between relief and a quiet ache. She's made it through 5 hours of this brutal game, but I know she's carried more than Marcus's burdens. The forest hums with life, a stark shift from Boston's decay. Riley guides Marcus along a stream, its water glinting like shattered glass. Chloe trails behind, her silence louder than words. I see Riley's fingers hesitate, sensing a final test. My pulse quickens as they reach a rusted bridge, its planks swaying over a ravine. A faint snarl echoes below. Infected. Not clickers, but runners, fast and relentless. Riley's jaw tightens. She's low on supplies, just a knife and 3 bullets. I feel her fear, sharp and familiar, but also her resolve, forged through every fall. The climax creeps in, quiet but piercing. Riley makes Marcus cross the bridge, but a plank snaps. Chloe slips, grabbing the edge as runners scramble up the rocks. My chest locks, breath held. Riley's hands move fast, making Marcus pull Chloe up while firing at the nearest runner. The shot misses. A second runner lunges. She switches to the knife, slashing its throat. The last bullet finds its mark, dropping the final threat. Chloe's safe, but Riley's shaking, her eyes wide with disbelief. I reach for her hand, feeling her pulse race. She did it. Against all odds, she did it. The screen lingers on Marcus and Chloe, their silhouettes framed by sunrise. Riley smiles, a small, fragile thing, but it lights the room. I see her change, the doubt that once chained her now crumbling. She's not the same girl who started this game, who thought she'd break. My throat tightens. I realize this wasn't just about surviving clickers or soldiers. It was about Riley finding her strength, proving she's enough. I think of Marcus, his hand steadying Chloe. They're bonding, two souls scarred but unbroken. I wonder what lies ahead for them, what Chloe's immunity means. A faint scar on Marcus's wrist catches my eye, a detail I hadn't noticed. My mind stirs, sensing secrets still buried. Riley's journey taught me something too. Life's like this game, full of losses that hit hard, but each one pushes us to rise stronger. Riley showed me that believing in yourself is the hardest fight, and the only one that matters. I look at her, my heart full, knowing we've both grown. This adventure ends here, packed with emotion. Did it leave you satisfied or shocked? Share your thoughts below. If you want more stories like this, hit like and subscribe for the next journey. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.